Hi students, today we are going to talk about verbs, and it's most important topic in grammar to understand verbs. Sometimes it becomes complex, but today we will discuss about it deeply. First of all, what are verbs? Verbs are the most central elements of clauses. They can express actions, events, intentions, states of affair, etc. Here is an overview of how English words can be subclassified. So let's check it. First of all, verbs are divided into two parts: lexical verbs, eat, love, believe. Be and have also lexical verbs when used as a sole verb. Then we can include it into lexical verbs. Second category is auxiliary verbs. Actually, auxiliary verbs are divided into four categories. First is modal auxiliaries, for example, can, could, may, will, shall. Second category is aspectual auxiliaries. Third is passive be. Fourth is dummy do. Under aspectual auxiliaries, we have perfect have and progressive be. Now we will talk about it one by one and we will define it one by one. Lexical verbs. What are lexical verbs? Lexical verbs express the principal action or event in a clause. For example, the agents will book the tickets. Here, book is lexical verb, or you can say main verb, which is supported by auxiliary verb, which is will. So, book is main verb or lexical verb. In second example, a thick fog has descended on the city. Here, descended is main verb, lexical verb. Next, we will talk about auxiliary verbs. What are auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs are traditionally said to help lexical verbs in specifying additional meanings. So, auxiliary verbs help to main verb or lexical verb. It adds functional or grammatical meaning to the clause in which it appears so as to express tense, modality, voice, emphasis, etc. First of all, under auxiliary verbs, we have first category modal auxiliaries: can, could, may, might, will, shall, etc. For example, I can fly planes. Here, can is modal auxiliary and it helps to main verb, which is fly. Second example, I will do my work. Here, will is auxiliary verb and it supports to do, which is a main verb. Next category is aspectual auxiliaries. We have two kinds of aspectual auxiliaries. First is perfect have. It includes has, have, had, having plus past participle or third form of verb. We use perfect have in present perfect and in past perfect. In past perfect, we have had in this category. For example, I have done my work. Here, have is aspectual auxiliary plus past participle. It's present perfect tense. Second is progressive be. Is, am, are, was, were, be, been. We use plus base form of verb, or you can say first form verb plus ing. Here you can check they are playing cricket. They are playing cricket. Are is progressive be because it is preceded by first form verb and ing form. So that's why it's progressive be. And it can happen with am, are, was, were, is, be, been. These all are progressive be verbs. And these verbs are followed by first form verb plus ing. Next is passive be, where we use passive be. Is, am or are, was, were plus past participle, or you can say third form verb. We use these verbs in passive sentence. To make passive constructions containing a by phrase can be related to active counterparts such that a direct, indirect object or object of a proposition of an active clause becomes the subject of a passive clause. It means we use this form in passive sentences where we use third form of verb. For example, this is done by me. Here is, it is preceded by done, third form verb, or you can say past participle. This is done by me. This is passive sentence. Here we use be for passive be. Next is dummy do. Dummy do includes do, does, and did. We use dummy do to negate sentences or negated version, you can say it. He doesn't read a lot. Here we need helping verb or auxiliary verb to make full sentence, so that's why does. For inverted version, to interrogate someone, we use dummy do. Does he read a lot? Code version, for code you can see he reads a lot here, so does he. Here is a code version, here you can use does. Emphatic version, he does not he does read a lot. When you want to emphasize someone, if you want to make emphatic sentence, here does helps you, or dummy do, other forms help you to make emphatic version.